Hi everyone, and welcome back to the CTC podcast. My name is Nikki, and today I'm going to talk about vision and how we can promote visual skills with your child. The Berry VMI is an assessment tool used to test visual motor integration. The Berry VMI defines visual motor integration as the degree to which visual perception and finger-hand movements are well coordinated. In other words, it is the skill that lets us use our eyes and our hands in a coordinated way. Part of visual motor integration is visual perception. Visual perception is the ability to see visual information around us and interpret its meaning. Another way to think about this is that it's our brain's ability to make sense of what our eyes are seeing. Visual perceptual skills can be broken down into 6 items listed on the screen. A child with visual spatial deficits may have difficulty understanding where objects are in relation to others. They may have difficulty understanding concepts such as in, out, on, under, next to, or below. They may also have difficulty understanding personal space. Visual closure allows you to know what an object is when you can only see part of it. For example, it is seeing a dot sequence following a circular motion and knowing that it forms a circle before connecting the dots. Visual memory refers to our ability to remember something that we saw once it has been taken away. At school, children use this skill to recall a sequence they are copying off the board without needing to look up at the sentence after each letter or word. Visual discrimination is the ability to compare and contrast features of objects. For example, differentiating a P from a Q or a B from a D. Form constancy is our ability to recognize that objects stay the same regardless of their position in space. An example of this is seeing the letter A in different fonts and sizes and still recognizing that it's the letter A. Figure ground refers to our ability to find an object in a busy space or background. For example, this is your child's ability to open the fridge and find the milk or the blue crayon in the crayon box. Activities that involve building or copying a 3D design will help with visual spatial relationships. You can play movement games that have boundaries, such as hopscotch or hula hooping. You can also play board games that require the child to move their piece in a specific direction, such as with checkers. You can also have your child navigate an obstacle course involving movements under, above, through, in between, left, or right to help them understand the relationship between their body and the obstacles. Another idea is to have a map of where you want items located around the room, and the child must follow the map to put the items in the correct place. You can also complete a craft with verbal directions that the child must follow. In this clip, the boy is using visual closure to locate the letters that are partially hidden under another piece of paper, figure ground to locate the letters in this crowded space, and form constancy because the letters are oriented in different directions. Additional activities to target visual closure skills are playing Battleship, doing puzzles, writing a word and leaving out a letter that the child has to complete the word, or playing Hangman. Activities to assist with form constancy include completing dot pictures and having your child figure out what the picture is before connecting the dots, or by cutting out various shapes and sizes in different colors and then holding up one shape and having your child identify the remaining. In this clip, the boy is locating items from a craft using figure ground. Ways to develop figure ground skills at home is to play I Spy, Where's Waldo, play Spot It, have your child find only dimes in a container of coins, complete crossword puzzles or word searches, or hide objects in rice bins and have your child find them. In this clip, the boy is looking at adapted scissors in a bin and trying to discriminate between scissors to identify which pair he may need or if he needs a different pair to complete a craft. Other ways to develop visual discrimination skills are to sort items by one attribute, so this can be sorting beads based on the same color or shape, playing dominoes, where the child has to match the dots on the tile to progress to the next tile, sorting coins, cards, or clothing, using a word search to find only one letter, such as all of the B's, or playing a game to identify what the difference is between two pictures. One way to work on visual memory skills with your child may include playing a matching card game where the cards are face down and the child has to find two matches. You can make this less challenging by only using a few cards to start with, or more challenging by having a bunch of cards to match. Look at a picture and then try to remember all of the details of the picture after it's been taken away. You can do this activity at home and make it more challenging by showing a busy picture or less challenging by showing a picture with few items in it. Visual sequential memory is the ability to recall a sequence of items from memory. It is an important skill to have that helps with handwriting and reading. When we copy a sentence from the board, we are remembering a sequence of letters that come together and form words, which then form sentences. One way to work on this skill is to show your child a sequence pattern of beads and then take it away and see if they can recall the pattern. Start with a 2 to 3 item sequence and then create more challenging sequences with 4 more items later on, or using different shapes and different colored beads. Here is a list of red flags that might indicate that your child has visual deficits. It is important to recognize that your child may have good visual acuity and not require glasses, but have poor visual perceptual skills and may require occupational therapy to address these deficits. To help your child be successful and as independent as possible, you may need to use some compensatory strategies. These may include clearing off cluttered surfaces so that they can locate items easier, highlighting material that is important or most relevant, decreasing their visual field so that their brain does not have to interpret as much visual information at one time, or using graph or line paper to assist with spacing, sizing, and orienting of written words or math problems. Here are a few links that explain visual perception and include additional activities or ideas to help your child improve their visual perceptual skills. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the CTC Facebook page for additional links and resources.